The Lunchbox is my favorite love story of the year. It's sweet, sad, and deeply aching. Debutant director Ritesh Batra captures the fragility of life, the harrowing loneliness that a metropolis like Mumbai fosters, the hope of happiness that glimmers and enables us to go on. Only connect, E.M. Forster wrote in the epigraph to his iconic novel Howard's End. The Lunchbox is about two desolate individuals who make a tenuous connection when the famed Mumbai dabbawalas mess up and deliver lunch to the wrong man. Sarjan, played by Irfan Khan, is a widower on the verge of retirement. Ela, played by Nimrat Kaur, is a housewife frayed by neglect and solitude. Their relationship, expressed entirely through notes exchanged in the lunchbox, develops into love and something even deeper than that, a human connection and warmth that keeps them afloat. Ritesh tells this story with tenderness and a quiet understanding. Every detail in this lovely film speaks of the care with which it's been crafted. So as Ela does the household laundry, she listens to recipes of paneer do pyaza on the radio. Sarjan, who is Catholic, writes to her that he has been offered a vertical burial plot. "I've spent my life standing in trains and buses," he says. "Now I will have to stand even when I'm dead." And in a scene that made me cry, he writes, "I think we forget things if we have no one to tell them to." The writing is enhanced by terrific performances. This film is a triumph for all its leads. Irfan, Nimrat, and Nawazuddin Siddiqui, who is wonderfully endearing as Sarjan's over-enthusiastic junior. Irfan, who also co-produced the film, is its backbone. His gait, eyes, even his slight smile captures Sarjan's melancholy. Irfan and Nawaz are two of the finest actors working today, and it gave me a high just to see them in the same frame. But this film wouldn't be what it is without Nimrat's heartbreaking performance. The Lunchbox is poignant and powerful. It will make you laugh and cry, and it will also make you hungry. I was dying to eat paneer kofta and bhindi when it finished. I'm going with 4 stars and absolutely insisting that you see it. It took me a while to get into Rush, Ron Howard's new film based on the true life story of the legendary rivalry between Formula One drivers Niki Lauda and James Hunt in the 1970s. I have no interest in Formula One, so this world of fast cars and tough men didn't instantly beguile me. But slowly, as the relationship between the two men gets twisty, dramatic, and emotional, I was enraptured. Rush is an adrenaline jolt to the head and the heart. Like all good sports films, Rush really isn't about the sport. It's about the will, determination, hubris, and the grand passion that drives men to do the impossible. Early in the film, Hunt, played by Chris Hemsworth, describes his racing car as a little coffin. Each time Hunt and Lauda, played by Daniel Bruhl, step into the cars, they know that they're dancing with death. But this is what they were born to do. Only their methods are different. Hunt is a magnificent playboy who lives life king-size. Lauda is an ascetic who relentlessly chases perfection. Each one propels the other to do better. The script by Peter Morgan delivers drama, complexity, suspense, and thrills. The racing sequences in which we see the race from the point of view of the drivers are staggering. By the time we got to the climactic, rain-soaked race in Japan, I was holding my breath. Both Hemsworth and Bruhl are very good, and Hans Zimmer's score only adds to the spectacle. Rush is gripping and deeply satisfying. I'm going with 4 stars and recommending that you see it.
Shots fired, Fruitvale. We're just trying to get home.
You may not be instantly compelled to see Fruitvale Station. It's low budget, has no stars, and the subject, based on a real incident, is grim. But if you live in one of the select cities in which this film is releasing, please watch it. It's a shattering portrait of a 22-year-old African-American man who was shot dead for no apparent reason on New Year's Eve. It hit me so hard that I couldn't get it out of my head for days after. Oscar Grant is a charming delinquent. He lies, cheats on his girlfriend, has spent time in prison for dealing pot. Fruitvale Station is about the last day of his life. Oscar wants to make amends, so he throws away his stash of drugs, tries to get his job back, is a loving father to his 4-year-old daughter and a loving son to his mother, played wonderfully by the Oscar-winning actress Octavia Spencer. But getting back on track isn't easy. The film begins with phone footage of the actual incident. It then takes us back through Oscar's day. Debutant director Ryan Coogler puts us at the center of his life and his relationships. We become intimate with Oscar, his flaws, confusions, generosity, and above all, his great love for his daughter. We know how this will end, and yet when Oscar dies, it hits like a sledgehammer blow to the gut. Michael B. Jordan is superb as Oscar. He slowly draws you into his world. Fruitvale Station doesn't stridently point fingers or offer any comfort. It depicts an awful tragedy with restraint and power. I'm going with 4 stars and recommending that you see it.